And it's not because, you know, I wasn't any good at anything. I was actually really good. I was a hairdresser for 22 years. I was brought up in Dr. Bernardo's homes, children's homes. Did one stint in the British Army. So I was institutionalised all my life. You know, I never went home and mum and dad said, hey, here's tea and stuff like that. I never did that. So, you know, I went to make me bed, went to eat, and I know, guess what? That's why I joined the army. You know, I had to sleep with 6 guys, you know, because that's all I'd done all my life. So I was ready for barrack rooms. It didn't make any difference to me. So can you understand where my head was? Yeah, I was no way was the average guy. Okay, and I started doing hairdressing. Why? Because that's all I could do. Somebody said, "These, you know, great-looking birds come and have a job." So I went, "All right." You know. So I go in there. You know, but one thing I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and does anyone know Factory Records, New Order, Joy Division, all that sort of thing? If you're young, yeah, some people are old.
Not old enough.
You're not older, but you know, obviously you've got a bit of culture in there. But that's where I started, you know, New Order and Hacienda in Manchester. I used to have an hairdressing shop called 24/7. So if anybody knows Factory, if you look at, there's a thing called, if you want to write it down, you'll know my story, 24-hour party people. Yeah, check it out, yeah? Or that. Yeah, so you can imagine where my head's been. It's been everywhere, seriously. I mean, absolutely everywhere. But luckily, I had 2 hairdressing shops in Bath. I was working really hard. It wasn't the money that actually got me. Funnily enough, I was earning about £1,000 a week anyway, then, you know, cutting hair. And that was going back 20 odd years. You know, don't forget, I've been in this business now. It's about 26 years in this business now. Yeah, I went full time after 6 months. Right, but this guy came up to me who I'd known from when he was 12 years old, Shay O'Brien. Some of you may have heard of him. And Shay knew my good, bad, and indifferent. He knew me inside out. All right, my eldest son is his half brother, so you can see the relationship. So he came outside. He had a brand new BMW and a brand new suit, and I know Shay. You know, he was Mr. Chillsville. And I thought, what is going down here? He said, "Oh, I've seen something that is perfect for you." Now, all I've ever done is cut hair. You know, I'm dyslexic, Rastafarian hairdresser. You know, I have locks down to here and torn jeans. You know, I wouldn't have not been on your list, guys, trust me. You know what I mean? You know, I wouldn't. No way. But Shay took the time to speak to me, you know, and the thing is, I trusted Shay. One thing that was the difference, it wasn't about the money I came in for, all right? I came in because my future's been an old barber. That was my future. I'm 61 years old now. By the way, I've got 5 kids and 2 grandchildren, not 6 kids. Well, unless I have them, I don't know. You know, hold my hands up for that one. Yeah, but you know, the interesting thing is, I came in this business, seriously, my sponsor used to read these books to me. You know, because like I say, I don't read and write that well. Because I went to Dr. Bernardo's, I was a rebel as a kid, so I went to about 100 schools. Seriously, he used to kick me out like that. As soon as I walked through the door, out you go. Because I was a rebel, you know, I mean, seriously. Why? Because I was in kids' homes and I was dislodged, yeah? So when I came into this business, my mentor, Shay, I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did, but I listened to him. And he literally took me every step of the way. You know, from Rastafarian crazy hairdresser to national marketing director now. You know, my business is in probably 20 countries now. You know, I mean, it was in Barcelona. Is that when they give that star out to us? Is that when we were on stage and they gave me a star? Yeah, I went on stage with Roby. Yeah. I'm sorry, there's just so many events ago, so I get mixed up. So I'm in the audience, and it's like best mentor. It's a mentor. It's the people who help people. Yeah. Well, my group's group. I mean, who's a rhino in here, by the way? Who doesn't know they're a rhino? And in my group, yeah. If you're in my group, you're a rhino, because rhinos, you know, you do not get in the way of a rhino. And guess what? You wake up and you shine your horn, and you start moving forward. That's my group, yeah. Because I want people who, you know, who's seen my Facebook? Because that's pretty relevant to where I'm coming from. There's a picture of me in Jamaica, and I'm pointing out to sea. And my daughter's son took it. My daughter's boyfriend took it, and I've put on it now, and it really meant something to me, this, right? And maybe some of you might relate to this, yeah? And I put it, we're not victims of the past, we're creators of our future. I actually made that myself. I thought it was bloody brilliant. Seems I can't read and write very well, you know what I mean? That's going to go down history. You know, yeah, no, it's mad, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm not the guy on your list, trust me. So anyway, Shay took me, you know, I went NMD, National Marketing Director in 18 months. How? I don't know. I failed my way to the top. I failed my way to the top. I just kept doing so much. It didn't make any difference if I was getting right or getting wrong. At some point I was going to go right. Do you see where I'm coming from? So I didn't care. I just saw this opportunity and I thought, I don't care how many people I talk to. I don't care how many people say, Alex, not only do I not like the product, I don't like the business, guess what, I don't like you. You know, I mean, I've had it all. I've had people crossing the road like that saying, don't not talk to me about this stuff. You know, seriously, I've had it all. So anyone's having a bit of an hard time now, who's having a hard time in the business? Triple it and get a bit more, and that's mine, yeah? So you can see where I'm coming from, yeah? All of a sudden, my business started to work. It didn't start here, it started in Germany. Rastafarian, dyslexic, now speaking German in Hamburg. You know what I mean? Do you know what? It's incredible. I've got a massive organisation now in Germany, in Switzerland. Do I speak German? No. My name is Alexander Webb, National Marketing Director, House England. That's all. Now I'm a translator. And that's what I do. And I do that in Italy, I do it in Germany. You know what I mean? I am my own translator. You know where I'm coming from? And I went up on stage in Barcelona, and this is nuts, you know. I don't count how many people are in my business. I don't do that, you know. I'm only here to help Scott, to help Emma, to help whoever's in my business. I don't care where you're from. I don't even care if you're pay lines or whatever. You know, if you can relate to me, mind my dead, then I love you. I'll be on the phone talking to you all the time, you know what I mean? Taking you through the ups and the downs, which is what my sponsor did. The good thing about it is the guy said, oh, this next award, and seriously, my hand on my heart, I was shocked. Because I'm a rebel in this business. Everyone thinks I'm like the naughty boy of the family, you know what I mean? It's true, you know, any problems with the rhinos, I'm like, oh, what are you doing to them? The company's like, no, don't anymore, no more out, you know what I mean? And this guy said, oh yeah, this guy was an ex-hairdresser, and I just went, he said, yeah, he's got 25,000 distributors worldwide. Me? Where did they come from? Where did they come from? Guess what? John Holowati, how many? 17,000 he's got now. So me and John came up to me, like you said, he came up to me like that in a meeting, he walked up to me like that. And everyone knows John. And he said, this business, he said, your check was 16 quid last month. You're making a bit any money in this business. I went, give me 90 days. Within 90 days he earned, I think, 360 quid, and he rang me up and he went, oh, 360 quid, and I said, it's not good enough. He was dead happy. I said, that's crap. His top check was £97,000 in 1 month. He's the top earner in Europe, yeah? Okay, he's one of the nicest guys in the world, yeah? He's so humble, you would never think he's got a penny in his pocket. You know what I mean? And that is the actual, the top of our business. You know, when you get to the top, but you're still humble. There's no Hollywood there. Did anyone see any Hollywood in here tonight? It's all about normal George people. Yeah? It's not about, you know, if you're coming in here with all the, I'm great at this and I'm great at that. Guess what? If you're great at this and you're great at that, share it. You know, share your greatness. Keep it to other people. Share everything in this, because I do. I mean, I'm on the phone now mentoring, I don't know how many people I mentor. I always say, if my phone doesn't ring, it means I'm asleep. And I mean, anyone in this room right now, in my business, and not in my business, because you're maybe from America, you know, sponsor from America, I'll speak to anybody and give them time. Because I was given time. You know? I mean, I said to Shay, you know, my sponsor, and by the way, he's earned 180 million. Yeah, retired at 50, he's now living in Ibiza for the summer. He's got a house in LA, he's got a house in Regent's Park in London. I mean, don't forget, I knew this guy when he was 12 years old. You know, I watched him grow, and he's at 6'8" now. He puts all that Juice Plus, which is really quick. I was 4'9" before I started this program. But again, a really nice guy. If you walked in here right now and sat there, you wouldn't know he had that sort of money. You'd feel his aura. But you wouldn't get that, I'm a big man. Nobody does that. I mean, I'm no different to, who's a distributor just started? Put your hand up. I'm the same as you. Exactly the same as you, And what we've got to do is we've got to share my experiences with your energy and your desire. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who want to change their life. I mean, I say to people, right, this is your Bible. Who's not read this yet who's in the business? Please put your hand up. If you know, don't be scared. And you're in the business, yeah? Read it. My ex, used to read this to me in bed. Ex. It's funny enough, I gave her a pay rise last week. But what I was able to do was that when I split up with my lady, it wasn't like mega. I was able to go and get another house on a farm like the Darling Woods of May and have 8.5 years off. 8.5 years I had from this business, just tweaking the business, in my wellies, growing vegetables, bringing the kids up on the farm. That was my time. Like Emma said, I take my kids to school, pick them all up, and go through the process of watching them grow. It's just amazing. I mean, for a man, it's amazing. I've got 3 daughters, 2 sons, I mean, now, this is an even better one. Does anyone know my daughter, Romy Calypso? I was on stage with her when I was in Barcelona. She's now in the business doing senior sales coordinator next month. She wasn't even born when the product started. She's a Juice Plus baby, but she wasn't even born. She came to a meeting, she thought I was a doctor. Seriously, she goes, I thought my dad was a doctor.